One, the crazy viewership. Right, it was ridiculous for this Liberty Fever game that just happened. And then, of course, some mileage that some people flew just to see this. So looking at it here, it says the Indiana Fever and New York Liberty game on June 14, 2025 drew a large viewership with 2.22 million viewers, man. Oh my goodness.
Remember when women's basketball was just a footnote during halftime snacks? Yeah, not anymore. Caitlin Clark just walked back onto the court like it was a Marvel movie premiere, and the Indiana Fever VIS verse, the undefeated New York Liberty, turned into a live-action blockbuster. Viewership? Through the roof. Fans? Losing their minds. And let's just say if you blinked, you probably missed Clark breaking ankles and broadcast records at the same time. Buckle up, because this ain't your grandma's WNBA game.
Today, guess who's back again. Caitlin's back. Tell Caitlin Clark Kent back in action. Where do I even start? 32 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, 7 threes, 11 for 20 in only 31 minutes of basketball. The Indiana Fever say, come on, New York. Come on. Somebody's got to give you this first L, and I guess it's going to be us. No Jonquel Jones, but the Indiana Fever handled business.
Look, have you ever seen something so predictable it's like clockwork? She walks out in that Prada belt bag armor, makes a sound, and bam, TV sets buzz back to life. Ratings dead? Not anymore. It's like she sneezed and revived the WNBA. So she sits out 5 games with a quad tweak? Holy silent boom. The league goes from people actually watch this to cricket noises in full surround sound. You'd think they pulled the plug on Sunday Night Baseball for a reason. And the ratings? Plummeted 50+%. Yikes. That's not a slump, that's a nosedive into a pool of ammies untended by anyone but tumbleweeds.
The GOAT. It can only be one GOAT, man. It can only be one GOAT. What a performance by Cece. Man, this was well worth the wait. We've been waiting patiently. We've been itching, waiting for her to make her return. And boy, did she come back with a vengeance. Boy, did she come back letting the world know what they have been.
Meanwhile, she comes back, probably wearing that belt bag like some mystical relic. 3 weeks off, 5 games missed, and the first question, yo, did the sky miss her yet? Answer, yep, all of it did. This comeback game, the Fever versus Liberty, undefeated 9-0, clutch moment, do or die. So what does she do? She storms onto the court, zips past first half averages, drops 25 in that half along with 7 threes, 7 what a minute, 38 seconds? Might as well have sucked the net into orbit.
So as I discussed before, Caitlin Clark, this is her first game back in 4 or 5 games after dealing with the quad injury. And she did not disappoint. Came out with 32 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, almost a triple-double. But 7 3-pointers, y'all. And she was hitting them from 40 feet. Like, she was literally shooting from anywhere, and it was cashing out. In fact, at one point in time, she hit a ridiculous one that Stewie just had to throw her hands up, and they laughed all the way back down the floor because even she knew it was ridiculous.
Liberty? Let them brag about their cute little 9-0 record. Caitlin Clark didn't just show up, she walked in, saw the hype, and casually handed them their first L like it was part of her autograph line. 9-0? More like 9 and done. And did the world notice? Oh, absolutely. Ratings didn't just rise, they exploded, like they were fueled by Mentos and Coke. We're talking a 166% spike, bigger than the sound of cicadas trying to ruin your summer. Fever's home attendance? Try 17,000 screaming fans, packed in tighter than a Coldplay stadium tour. This wasn't basketball, it was a televised cultural event. An Oprah You Get a Car moment wrapped in sneakers and swag.
So this is major, man. This is major. Shout out to Caitlin with the motion. Caitlin with the motion, man. We already know what's going on with that, man. Great game. The competitiveness, the love between the team. Like, it was a really good game, man.
And now they're comparing her to Tiger Woods. Because when Caitlyn plays, it's not just a game, it's an economy. She's not just boosting numbers, she is the numbers. Take her out of the equation, and the viewership drops faster than your phone battery on TikTok. Put her in, suddenly the league's a 5-course dinner with fireworks and champagne. She's not just moving the needle, she's yanking the whole damn compass. Caitlin Clark didn't join the WNBA, she ignited it.
So lads, Caitlin Clark playing one of the 3 best games of her career against the undefeated New York Liberty. You can't even, like, has basically broken. It has broken the Caitlin Clark haters. So
the funny part, they literally announced her as the future MVP just 15 minutes after tip-off, like before the popcorn was even fully popped. It was as if the universe collectively said, yeah, we've seen enough, give her the crown. And honestly, who could blame them? She wasn't just playing basketball, she was giving a masterclass while casually dismantling the league's only unbeaten team. 1 3-member turned into 2, then 5, then, wait for it, 17. Yes, 17 threes. That's not just a franchise record, that's a statistical mic drop. And she didn't stop there. No ma'am. She piled on assists like she was hosting a charity drive, grabbed rebounds like someone owed her money, and racked up enough points to make the scoreboard flicker like it was overwhelmed. The poor stat sheet printer probably needed a cigarette and a moment to collect itself by halftime. Coaches just stood there blinking, teammates just ran back like, well, damn, and the crowd absolutely unhinged. Chants, signs, tweets, Caitlin Clark had officially taken over. It wasn't a game, it was an audition for the Hall of Fame, and she nailed it while smiling and high-fiving like it was just another day at the office.
I do not want to hear any Caitlin Clark slander after today's game. I do not want to hear any Caitlin Clark slander after today's game. As you guys know, I was going to give my quad up for Caitlin Clark. I was giving my wife's quad up for Caitlin Clark. I was giving up anyone's quad for Caitlin Clark. Got told she was going to play today, and I was like, she's probably going to take it light. 32 points? 32 points? I think she had like 6 rebounds, 8 assists, maybe vice versa. Like, absolutely insane.
Now let's rethink the context and really break it down. Take Caitlin Clark out of the equation, and what do you get? A steep, merciless ratings nosedive. Look at Chicago without her. Suddenly, it's crickets. The crowd might as well be watching paint dry. Minnesota, LA, Phoenix, name any WNBA team, and if Caitlin's not on the floor, viewership numbers barely break into the 6-figure range. It's like the league goes from primetime spectacle to rerun of 1998 AM amateur mini golf tournament on a Tuesday at 3 a.m. energy. No disrespect to the talent in the league. There are stars, sure, but none of them are commanding the national spotlight like Caitlin. She's not just a player, she's a gravitational force. The ratings orbit her. Without her, it's back to the struggle of scraping together a few 100,000 viewers and hoping someone notices. Right now, she is the WNBA's oxygen. And that begs the question, where's the next Caitlin-level sensation? Because at this point, it's starting to feel like the league is hitching its wagon to one runaway comet. And if that comet ever burns out or gets injured, what's left? A league praying for another miracle while the cameras quietly turn away.
They asked me why I did not care about the Fever going 2-3 while Caitlin Clark was out. They asked me why I didn't really care about Stephanie White's offensive philosophies without Caitlin Clark. Well, here we are, back in effect. The Indiana Fever hand the New York Liberty their first loss of the season in Caitlin Clark's return game. Huge Saturday afternoon battle, national TV. Caitlin Clark drops 32 points, 9 assists, 8 boards, 7 made threes, the only player in WNBA history with that stat line, and basically announces to the league games.
And the league knows it. Oh, they definitely know it. The minute Caitlin Clark touched down in the WNBA, the scheduling gods threw out the old playbook, lit it on fire, and started printing Fever on every single network calendar they could find. Suddenly, Indiana Fever games weren't just games, they were events. ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, NBA TV, heck, If there's a channel with a camera and a satellite dish, they probably tried to get a piece of the Caitlin Clark frenzy. Out of 44 nationally televised games this season, a jaw-dropping 41 feature the Indiana Fever. Let that sink in. 41 out of 44. That's not scheduling, that's worship. For context, former champion Las Vegas Aces that owns the current MVP don't even get that kind of airtime. And the defending champion New York Liberty, arguably the league's super team with global talent, only managed 32 games on national TV. 32 is great, unless you're standing next to Clark's 41. At this point, she's not even a player anymore. She's the headline, the highlight reel, the halftime show, and the post-game analysis. The league isn't just showcasing her, they're building the entire narrative of the season around her. Fever games are no longer optional, they're required viewing.
And just like that, she's back. Caitlin Clark drops 35 after her 5-game layoff from injury. It was at a point where she scored 9 points in less than 45 seconds. I mean, crossing the half-point line, one dribble, and just pulling it from the logo. Like, these plays are just mind-blowing. Y'all know she definitely got a tech for yelling at the ref, too. That's, like, prime Caitlin Clark. It was at a point where she pulled from the logo, and her and Stewart were just laughing because it was just that unbelievable. I told y'all, face of the league, you can't deny it. Now, this can translate into the postseason. Y'all about to see the Indiana Fever make a real run. They got the players, they got the fan base, they got the star. All they need to do is make that deep run into the playoffs and actually give them a chance to do something big.
Let's talk about fan obsession, the kind that borders on a Fashion Week runway with a hint of basketball on the side. People didn't just show up to the Indiana Fever versus New York Liberty game. They arrived in Prada. They weren't there to support the team or the league or even the sport in general. No, they came to witness Caitlin Clark's return like it was a royal coronation. These fans weren't sporting jerseys. They were rocking luxury belt bags and designer shades, waiting for that iconic Clark twirl like it was a Taylor Swift concert. Caitlin Clark isn't just an athlete. She's a walking, dribbling brand. Her merch doesn't just sell out, it evaporates. Her jersey is flipping online faster than Bitcoin during its 2017 bull run, and the resale prices? Let's just say eBay hasn't seen this much heat since Beanie Babies. Meanwhile, the Liberty had Sabrina Ionescu dropping a fire 34 points like it was light work. Impressive? Sure. But even her hot streak couldn't put out the Caitlin Clark tornado. Clark didn't just return, she arrived, and she took over like it was her league. Because, honestly, it kind of is.
And much to the credit of Caitlin Clark, this team won a massive, massive game. It was not without flaws, believe it or not. If I wanted to, we could really get into it, but we won't as much. Number one of the greatest single half performances I've ever seen in basketball.
It's absolutely hilarious how everyone keeps performing verbal gymnastics around the obvious. Built for the WNBA, they say, like they're describing a high-tech race car or a state-of-the-art espresso machine. League-sustaining superstar, they whisper reverently as if she's a majestic forest spirit summoned to save women's basketball? No, let's just call it what it is. Caitlin Clark is single-handedly carrying the entire WNBA TV revenue on her back like a caffeinated atlas in Nike sneakers. If she so much as sneezes courtside, the broadcast executives hit the panic button and start prepping highlight reels. If she leaks a shoe endorsement, viewership spikes like she dropped a mixtape. If she flicks her hair in slow motion, Congress pauses to issue a statement. And if, heaven forbid, she salsa dances mid-game, the networks would pull the plug on a $1 billion Koch brothers arms deal just to cut to commercial-free coverage. Every game she's in is a Super Bowl-level event now, while teams without her are out here playing in front of folding chairs and church fans. She's not just a player, she's the economy. If Caitlin Clark takes a water break, ESPN reroutes satellites. If she breathes, Nielsen ratings take notes.
Caitlin Clark three-point distance in the first half was 34 feet, 28 feet, 27 feet, 31 feet, 27 feet. The third three-point line is 22 feet away. Guys, Talk about great.
You ever see entire franchises orbit a single player like she's the sun and the rest are just desperate planets clinging to gravitational relevance? Media outlets don't just cover her, they attach themselves like barnacles on a rocket ship. ESPN practically wraps itself in her jersey every night. MVP contender, face of the league. They're not even pretending anymore. This isn't broadcasting, it's idol worship in high definition. It's like they leaned so hard on her narrative, the hardwood floor creaked. You can almost hear the behind-the-scenes panic. Sir, ratings are low. No problem, just zoom in on Clark tying her shoes. Forget tip-off air, her walking into the arena. The rest of the team? Background noise. The opponents? Props. If basketball had credits, she'd get the starring role, and the others would be listed as assorted teammates and extras. This isn't a team sport marketplace anymore. It's a one-star parade rolling down national television with confetti made of stat sheets and Instagram reels. The rest of the league? They're like backup dancers at a Beyoncé concert, technically required, maybe even talented, but let's be real, people showed up for Queen Bey. And the WNBA is finally admitting it, loudly, on every channel.
Caitlin Clark is back. She was out almost 3 weeks due to a quad injury, but was cleared to make her return against the defending champion and undefeated New York Liberty. Or at least they were. The Indiana Fever beat the New York Liberty 102-88. And on her first night back, Caitlin Clark was cooking. She scored 25 points in the first half alone. Damn. She finished the game with 32 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, and shot 55% from the field and 50% from beyond the arc, hitting 7 threes. This was a great win for the Indiana Fever as a whole, and hopefully they can carry this momentum going forward, because I think they're a lot better than what their record currently shows. But as far as Caitlin Clark goes, to the most dynamic player in the WNBA, welcome back.
So enjoy the show. Record attendance, record ratings, franchise record threes, all sparked by one player returning to the court. It's either amazing or absurd. Maybe both. Whatever it is, it's not normal. They built this whole narrative around her. Basketball with elite sharpshooting, laser court vision, and a basketball IQ that makes Einstein look like he struggled with a zone defense. Sure, that's part of it, but let's be honest. What we're really witnessing is the rise of Ratings Lord 3000. She didn't just boost the game, she detonated it. In a league where visibility can make or break careers, she turned a random Tuesday game into a primetime Super Bowl. She alone accounted for 26.5% of the entire WNBA's economic activity. That's not just a stat, that's a fiscal earthquake. To put it in perspective, that's more than half your favorite team's off-season merch sales, ticket deals, and fan engagement combined. This isn't just talent, it's a phenomenon. She's selling out arenas, setting viewership records, and draining threes like it's a casual shoot-around. So yeah, enjoy the spectacle, because this isn't just a return, it's a full-blown takeover.
Just want to let you know you have a huge fan base in Hong Kong.
Oh, I appreciate that.
And
hopefully I'll get there one day.
And today, there are 5 Hong Kong fans fly from Hong Kong to
No
Indiana.
way. Oh my gosh.
And the hour is 22 hours.
No way.
Remember?
Oh my goodness. Well, I wish I could have met them.
Just want to say this, including me.
If you know them, tell them thank you for coming. That's incredible.
Yeah, so any plans you will visit Hong Kong with your teams in the future years?
Yeah, maybe we'll head to Hong Kong after the season. I mean, I certainly hope to go to Hong Kong one day. It's incredible to see the type of reach that we can have and how much people love basketball across the globe. So that's really cool. So if you know them, tell them I say hello and thanks for coming as well.
Yeah, thank you. Hope one day to show you around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fam, 22-hour flight all the way to Indiana to not only give the interview, but to watch her ball. Oh my goodness.
The ratings climb like they're chasing a lottery jackpot. Advertisers get giddy. Networks clear primetime slots. Fans chant before tip-off. But when she sits, it's like someone unplugged the league and left a sad echo in the arena. Every time she steps onto the court, she's not just playing, she's launching a one-woman marketing blitz, triggering memes, national headlines, and frenzied crowds. So sling that Prada belt bag, Caitlin. Fire off those logo threes like they owe you money. Because the WNBA isn't just surviving around you, it's exploding because of you. Without you, it's silent. With you, it's eruption season.